After more than 200 days of patiently waiting, football is finally back as Kansas City begins its quest to reclaim the Lombardi Trophy. That journey kicks off against the Cleveland Browns, who the Chiefs defeated in an absolute classic during last year's playoff run, and as this season gets underway on Sunday, we're set to get a rematch. It's a well-established fact at this point, but it still bears repeating. Nobody gets off to a better start than quarterback Patrick Mahomes. In his 3 years as the Chiefs starter, Kansas City is a perfect 10-0 in the month of September. Mahomes has thrown for 32 touchdowns in that span with a grand total of 0 interceptions. That scoring output is the most for any player in a single month since 2018. One of the guys on the other end of those scores has been wide receiver Tyreek Hill, who caught 8 passes for 110 yards in last season's win over Cleveland. Hill has simply been a touchdown machine during his career, leading all wide receivers in multi-score games since 2016. His 4 multi-touchdown games last season trailed only Davante Adams among all wide receivers, and his 17 overall touchdowns were the third most by a wide receiver in a single season since 2000. The other member of the Chiefs' shake and bake through the air is of course tight end Travis Kelce, who was an absolute monster, even by his lofty standards, through the second half of 2020. Kelce tallied at least 7 catches in each of his final 11 games last season, recording 96 grabs for 1,275 yards in that span of games alone. Additionally, Kelce had at least 100 yards receiving in 8 of those games. For context, only one other player across the entire season had more than 8 100-yard games all year long. Mahomes, Hill, and Kelce will be looking to move the ball behind a new-look offensive line on Sunday that will be tasked with one of the better defensive fronts in the NFL. That group is led by defensive end Myles Garrett, who tallied 12 sacks and 56 pressures last season in just 14 games. Offensively, the Browns are under the leadership of fourth-year quarterback Baker Mayfield, who assembled perhaps his best season as a pro in 2020. The growth with Mayfield was simple. His passing yardage, touchdown total, and completion percentage all remained in line with what he had compiled during his first 2 seasons, but his turnovers dropped significantly. In fact, the former number 1 overall pick tossed just 8 interceptions last season after throwing 14 as a rookie and 21 in 2019. His ability to protect the football was a big reason why the Browns made the playoffs last year for the first time since 2002. Lastly, Mayfield commands an offense that wants to run the football. The Browns' 2,374 rushing yards last season ranked 3rd in the NFL, and their 74 runs of at least 10 yards ranked 2nd. Keep in mind, though, that the Chiefs held Cleveland to just 17 points in last season's victory, the Browns' 6th lowest scoring output of the year, as the Kansas City defense tallied their 10th occurrence on the season in which they held the opposition under 21 points. It all makes for an epic opener of a game on Sunday, as the Chiefs have an opportunity to remind everyone who the 2-time defending AFC champions are right out of the gate.